Bonjour my friends, I'm Frankie and welcome to Club Foodie. My culinary curiosity takes me all around the world. Every time I have an opportunity to try out a new dish, you bet I'm up for it. Spain is a country that David and I would like to visit one day. I've already posted a few recipes from there, like my paella, gazpacho, sangria, pisto, croquetas, and others, including this one. In today's episode, I'll show you how to make my Romesco sauce. This is an amazing springtime recipe. Made with blanched almonds, roasted tomatoes, peppers, and garlic, along with spices and oil. This is a lovely recipe to make. I like to spoon this delicious sauce over fish fillets. Yum. So my friends, let's get cooking. We'll start by roasting some Roma tomatoes and red peppers. But before, we'll have to make a shallow X at the bottom of the tomatoes, enough to pierce the skin. Just like this. It will make it easier to remove the skin later. Now we'll place them on a baking sheet lined with foil, lightly greased. Another ingredient that should go on the sheet as well, wrapped in foil, is a large head of garlic. I don't show it because I already had a roasted one ready for this recipe. If you don't, add it to the veggies. And for more info about roasting garlic in the oven, click on the top right corner of your screen. We'll transfer them to the oven under the broiler and set the timer for 20 minutes. But halfway through cooking, we'll quickly flip the tomatoes, not the peppers. And we'll also rotate the sheet because there's always a hot spot in the oven. And roast for the remaining time. When the time is up, we'll remove from the heat and transfer the peppers to a bowl. When it comes to the tomatoes, most of the time they'll need another 10 minutes. Unless they're very small. Back to the peppers. We'll cover the bowl with foil, so with the steam, it will be easier to remove their skins. Meanwhile, in a small skillet over medium heat, we'll add 1 teaspoon of oil, and when it gets hot, we'll add a slice of French bread and toast it on both sides. Can we use a toaster instead? Yes, but by doing this way, we're adding a layer of flavor. When it's done, we'll transfer to a cutting board to cool off. Now, when the tomatoes are done, we'll simply transfer them to a bowl to cool off as well. So after peeling their skins, we'll cut off the stem ends and discard them. Then we'll roughly cut them in pieces. We'll do the same with the skinless peppers, but keep 1 tablespoon on the side for garnish. Now, if you want more info about roasting and peeling peppers, click on the top right corner of your screen. For our toasted bread, we'll simply tear it in pieces. That's all. Next, in a jar of a blender, we'll add our tomatoes with their juice, our roughly chopped roasted peppers, and roasted garlic. We'll place the lid and process on medium speed for about 30 seconds, enough to combine them a little. We'll blend further later anyway after adding the rest of the ingredients. To this, we'll add blanched almonds. To know how to do it? You know what to do. We'll also add our toasted bread pieces and finally, chopped shallots. They're not a key ingredient for a Romesco sauce, but give it a nice flavor. Now we'll season with smoked paprika, then hot paprika, a little bit of ground sea salt, and of course, freshly ground black pepper. We'll process until everything is very well blended, and while doing that, we'll slowly pour in the sherry vinegar and the oil, emulsifying these 2 ingredients into the mixture. When this step is done, like I always say, we'll taste and adjust if necessary. Mine is just lovely. By the way, this is what I use as vinegar, vinagre de Jerez, which is perfect for this recipe. Now that the sauce is done, let's prep the fish by rubbing some oil on the fillets.
You can use a brush or your clean hand. And we'll simply season with ground sea salt. We'll place the fillets on a baking sheet lined with foil lightly greased before transferring to a 400-degree preheated oven. We'll bake for 13 to 15 minutes or until it flakes easily with a fork. We'll spoon the sauce on a plate. Now, you can have it at room temperature or warm it up a little, as long as it's not cooked. Otherwise, the color won't be that bright. Then we'll place the filet on top, spoon more sauce over, and garnish with some roasted peppers, toasted almonds, and some fresh chopped parsley. And my friends, this is our Romesco sauce. It's an amazing recipe packed with flavors. The smokiness of it pairs beautifully with so many proteins. Plus, it can also be used as a dip. The Spanish condiment is something you have to make. I hope you give it a try soon, and be sure to visit clubfoodie.com for ingredient amounts, directions, and more info. Until next time, my friends, bon appétit!